CBS News chief election and campaign correspondent Robert Costa joins us from New York City. Robert, set the scene for us.
Good to be with you, Major. We are outside the Manhattan Criminal Court. It's gotten warm here in New York, but it's still a waiting moment for so many on the Trump team, for those inside the grand jury behind us. They are trying to see if a decision on an indictment of former President Trump will come this week. There are still deliberations going on the prosecutorial side. We expect something potentially this week, but again, no firm word yet on when and if something would come.
What do you detect around you, Robert, in terms of security and either apprehension or anxiety about what may come next?
All around us right now, here at this street corner, are barricades, metal barricades put up by NYPD officers. And NYPD officers, most of them right now are in full uniform, ready to mobilize should an indictment come of former President Trump. There's a sense of preparation here on the law enforcement side among our intelligence sources that potential chaos, even violence, could come should an indictment arrive at Trump's doorstep. And they are bracing for that in terms of preparation. Everyone here, when you talk to cops, when you talk to local residents, they're hoping for a peaceful scene should Trump be indicted and come in and be arrested, fingerprinted, and arraigned. But after what happened on January 6th, there's a sense that everyone needs to be prepared for something, even if it doesn't happen.
Robert, as you well know, Donald Trump is a visual person. He likes the visualization of his walk through the American experience. This would be a completely unprecedented walk through the American experience. It would be a spectacle at every level. Do you think there is any level at which Trump relishes that possibility, even with the indictment and arrest coming with it?
Well, I can't read the former president's mind, but in terms of his campaign, you look at his campaign missives, the fundraising appeals he's been sending out, more than a dozen since Saturday. His tone has been defiant, his rhetoric hostile toward the district attorney here in Manhattan, Alvin Bragg. There's a combative approach from Trump's legal team, from the former president himself. That's not to say that he would somehow resist arrest should he be indicted in the coming days. We're told that he's ready to come potentially to New York. Secret Service is thinking through the logistics. But as a political moment, his allies tell CBS News that they believe he could actually consolidate some of the Republican vote around him by expressing grievance about how this has all unfolded in recent days.
And Robert, very quickly, I want to pick up on a point you just made reference to so the audience appreciates it. If there is, in fact, an indictment and former President Trump comes to where you are, he would come with Secret Service protection, and they would be engaging with the New York police and the authorities there. True?
That's exactly right. At this point, Trump's legal team tells CBS that they are not negotiating with the district attorney about a possible indictment. That would be down the road should it happen. But Secret Service controls the movements of a president and a former president, and they would be intimately involved with all those movements and arrangements.
Robert Costa, thank you very much.